City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation. Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News, Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust has tripled the number of annual tertiary scholarships they're granting this year. Rotorua Public Health has issued a warning about high levels of PSP toxin found in shellfish along the Bay of Plenty coastline. And Events and Venues says no decision has been made on how many Super Rugby games we'll host next year. Rotorua Energy Charitable Trust has tripled the number of annual tertiary scholarships they're granting this year. The Trust is increasing the total funding to $25,000 and increasing the number of scholarships from 4 to 14. Trust Chairman Graham Hall says the increased variety of scholarships the Trust will now offer is largely due to community demand.
It is exciting news, and the Trust are very pleased because we've put a lot of money into scholarships, and we're very pleased to be able to, after negotiations with Professor Margaret Noble, we're pleased to be able to increase the scholarship numbers and also widen the scope of them.
Scholarship applications are now open, and application forms and details can be found at rotoruatrust.org.nz. Rotorua Public Health has issued a warning about high levels of PSP toxin they've found in shellfish along the Bay of Plenty coastline. Medical Officer of Health Dr Jim Miller says levels of toxin in shellfish are now well above the alert level and are similar to levels around the time of the PSP in on the Bay of Plenty coast late last year. He says PSP poisoning can be a very serious illness, and he's advising against collecting shellfish from the Coromandel Peninsula south and along the Bay of Plenty coast to Whakatane Heads in the eastern Bay of Plenty. The warning also includes traditional Aotearoa seafood gathering places at Makatu and Waihi. A local dance group Breakthrough are asking for support to get back into the finals of New Zealand's Got Talent. The group were cut from the finals but have a chance to get back as the wild card, which will be decided by text vote. And let's get behind them. To vote, text VOTE, that's V-O-T-E in capitals, vote 1215 to 5337. Send it to 5337. And in sport tonight, Events and Venues General Manager Peter McLeod says he's in discussion with the Chiefs about how many games Rotorua will host in next year's Super Rugby season. Mr McLeod has told City News that meetings are going well and a pre-season game has nearly been finalised. He says the discussion will continue around next season. To your weather now, Rotorua. The forecast for tonight, fine with westerlies, an overnight low of 8. And a reminder that every Friday you can plan your weekend activities with help from our weekend weather roundup with the Met Service straight after City News. And remember, for program listings and other info or to upload images, check out our website, that's tvrotorua.co.nz. And remember to check out our Facebook page, and that's TV Rotorua. Still to come in tonight's program, we hear about a special men's event on this Sunday that's focusing on how to be a better father. We meet 2 members of the New Zealand Under-23 men's rafting team, and there's more from dance group Breakthrough.
Well, our mega event for Rotorua Dads is on this weekend at Living Well Church, and it's all about how to be an awesome dad. And with me is one of the men behind the scenes, John Parker. Thanks for joining us today, John.
All right.
Now, I guess one of the things that I really want to ask you is, there's a lot of people out there that are dads, that are granddads and uncles that look after kids, but sometimes they struggle about being the father figure in their lives. So I'm guessing this event is all about teaching people on how to be a good dad.
I think it is. It's about basically empowering dads and granddads and uncles and caregivers just to make the right choices. I think just in terms of raising little ones, in terms of raising big ones, it's just about making those right kind of choices.
So at an event like this, How to Be an Awesome Dad, what sort of things happen? Do you have a guest speaker and obviously there's a breakfast involved?
Yep. This time we're running a bloke's breakfast, so it's going to be a full cooked bacon and eggs, all of those sorts of things. And we're incredibly privileged this week to have Ian Grant from Parents Inc. and Fathers Who Dare Win. He's going to be talking to us over breakfast. It's going to take about half an hour, and it's just going to be fantastic. He's an awesome parents teacher, I think, in terms of helping parents, in terms of helping dads actually become really, really good quality parents.
Have you yourself been to an event like this before?
Yes, I have been to a few of them, yep.
And as a dad yourself, obviously you've got Isabella here and you've got Caitlin at home as well. What sort of things have you taken on board that you've been taught at events like this?
For me, it's been a case of identifying the bad habits, those things that we do that we're actually not necessarily aware of the fact that we do, in terms of sometimes raised voices, in terms of the way that we talk to spouses and partners and children, and just sort of that setting the home environment for me was the big one, in terms of actually I want my children, I want my girls to grow up in a home environment where they're comfortable, where they feel safe, where they feel protected. And for me it's been those sorts of learning, identifying things from my childhood which are good things and bad things, and copying the good things and trying to put away the bad things.
Now this event on how to be an awesome dad, is this open to all men or is it solely for dads?
It's open to all men. We recognise that there's a lot of young people out there that are not fathers yet, or actually non-resident fathers, or those sorts of people, I think, and they want to be an awesome dad, and a lot of it is actually putting in a lot of stuff in practice now for the preparation of being a dad. It's like maths, you never use maths when you're at school, but actually once you get into the workforce and those sorts of things, it's one of those skills that you learn, and actually you're never too young or too old, I think, to learn some of those skills.
What about bringing the wives along? Is it, like you said, solely just for the dads?
Solely for dads.
So no women?
Solely for dads. There's no women on the morning.
Now, if there's a dad or a dad-to-be at home who's wanting to come along and maybe learn how to be an awesome dad, where can they get tickets?
They can get tickets through... walk on Sunday morning. Actually, Sunday morning, 8 o'clock on Byack Street. 39 to 47 Byack Street. We're just in between Roadmaster and Williams and Wilshire Transport. Walk in, and we've got an allocation of door sale tickets.
And how much are they, John?
$5.
So that's a pretty good deal,
So great deal.
Breakfast, what'd you say, bacon and eggs?
Bacon, full cooked breakfast, bacon and eggs and hash browns and all those tasty things that we don't get too often, and probably shouldn't have too often. But yeah, those sorts of things. So it's a full cooked breakfast and some fantastic men, and a great teacher.
How relevant do you think this is, John, this event on how to be an awesome dad in today's society? Considering when you watch things on TV and in the movies, the dad is always the bad guy.
The dad is always the bad guy, and I think when you look at society today, when you break it down, actually the problem, I think, is the family unit's broken down, and a lot of it, I think, is just because dads don't necessarily know how to be dads, whether or not they've had good dads in and of their own childhood, or they just don't know what to do or how to go about it. A lot of it is just, when you look at the discipline problems that we have and the problems that are happening in schools and kind of all of those sorts of things, I think it just stems down to, we've got non-resident fathers, and even the ones that are there don't know what to do, can't do what they want to do.
Because they haven't got the tools.
Because they haven't got the tools. And the input, sometimes none of them have actually ever been taught how to be a good dad.
Yeah.
If you've had a rough upbringing, if you don't know your own father, then there's that, how do you be a good dad when the example that you've had is missing or broken or skewed, I think.
So how important is the role model, the father figure in the family?
I think it's incredibly important. I think ultimately everything within a family unit stems from that secure parental relationship, and so for me, I think that the father, as the head of the household, needs to be the head of the household. He needs to be the stabilising influence in a family. So I think it's incredibly important.
Well, John, I hope you guys have a good weekend. I know there's going to be a lot of dads that come along and really enjoy the event, so I appreciate your time.
Correct.
Thank you.
welcome back to City News. It's a pleasure to have you joining us again. Today in studio I'm joined by Sam Harrison and Rotorua Kerr. They're both in the under-23 national rafting team, which is going to be competing very shortly, and it's my pleasure now to have a chat to them about it. Hi, how are you both?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Kia ora, thank you for being here. So Sam, you're the captain of the team, I understand?
Yes, that's correct.
What is very special about this team?
I think, well, for starters, we're the first under-23 men's team to represent New Zealand at the Junior World Rafting Championships. So it's great to have us, to get us all together. We've known each other and worked with each other for a few years now, and we know we've been working as raft guides, and to actually have the opportunity to race and compete in a sport that we do love and work day in, day out is really special, I think.
Exciting. Rotorua, where is the competition going to be held?
In Kawerau, and down the river, Rangataiki. Be working down there and training in the campsite. Yeah.
Big smoke. Awesome. That's a big event for Kawerau to have, isn't it?
Definitely,
it is.
Yeah, it is.
So you want to make it a good one?
Yes, I would like to. We have 8 teams to compete against, which is going to be awesome. I'd like to at least say that we could get into the top 3. With the training we've been doing as well.
So there are some heavyweights coming out to compete on our turf.
Yes.
What do you think your chances are? How's your training been going, Rotorua?
Well, we're the heavyweight, we're the strongest, and I reckon.
Nice, great attitude.
Yeah, honest. So far it's slowly getting really intense. You're thinking to yourself that it's going to get easier, but no, it's just getting really hard. But it's good. It's awesome. It's an awesome feeling.
So what kind of training is it? You're in the gym doing physical stuff, you're out running, are you swimming? What does the training involve?
We're in the gym on Tuesdays and Wednesdays down Wairiki, just working on the core, the upper body, and running up hills. It's nice.
Good, so you're putting in a lot of effort. What would it mean to you to win this competition?
Everything, I think.
Yeah.
Everything that it'll be a benchmark for us as well. If we come out winners, it'll just be the most amazing experience as a team for all of us.
It must take a lot of money to compete in this kind of sport. Have you got much backing?
Yes and no. We don't have any backing as of yet. I believe personally, because we are the first team, we don't have any results. We don't really have anything like this really, that we've gone out there to show the country that we are a team and that we can compete. It is quite expensive. You have to buy paddles, carbon paddles, which can set you back around $2,500. Then the entry fee, which for this year alone is $2,800 just for the team to enter. And then you're looking for transport, team race gear as well. We have to have PFDs, helmets, booties, everything that's legally allowed on the river, which can cost us a lot of money. So I think we totaled it to be around about 12 grand in total for our campaign, for our team alone. We managed to cut the cost down a little bit.
And so how long have you got to raise that kind of money?
The championships has actually been held in November, next month on the 13th, so yeah, do the maths.
You need to be pretty quick.
We've done a lot of fundraising so far. We've also been around town and we've had a lot of help from some companies. Courier Post have given us some money. Also Dawson Insurance have helped us out, and among some other companies that we've given us some products that we can put into a raffle that we're going to be doing this Saturday we'll be doing a barbecue fundraiser at Repco on the east side of town.
That's this Saturday.
That's this Saturday, yep. So if you guys want to come down, get a car wash as well.
Will you guys be doing the car washes?
Yes, we'll be doing the car wash. So, but yeah, it's going to be awesome, and hopefully we raise the fees. We've just got enough money to buy our paddles today actually, and
Excellent.
Then we're going to go for our entry fee, which is next. And luckily, also Toyota have sponsored us a van for the whole racing. 4 days that we're racing, they've given us a van to use, which has been awesome with a marquee. So thanks Toyota Rotorua.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you to all those sponsors. And if there's anybody out there that might be interested in sponsoring this team, the first ever New Zealand under-23 rafting team, They're going to be up against some amazing competition, and we hope that somebody out there in Rotorua will be willing to have their logo plastered all over the side of their raft. There's also a few packages, aren't there, that you're offering for sponsorship?
Yes, definitely. Obviously, with rafting, not so big in Australasia, but in Europe they compete once a month. We'd like to be able to get ourselves kind of in that scene next year, which would be a great stepping stone, I guess, for anyone who wants to try and tackle the European market, if they were to sponsor us and have their logos on our gear as we head over there. Also, we head to Brazil next year if this all goes well. So,
So good luck.
Yes.
Well, thank you both very much for coming into the studio and talking to us about this competition coming up. All the best of luck from the team at TV Rotorua.
Awesome.
And I look forward to being out there and seeing you guys bring home the gold.
Cool. Thank you very much, Kitty.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Well, you may remember way back in July on TV's One, New Zealand's Got Talent, we had a dance crew here from Rotorua called Breakthrough, and they need your help. And to explain why is Shans and the Breakthrough team. So welcome to the TV Rotorua and City News. Shans, now you guys need some help. Yeah, you guys need to get back in the show. So tell our audience back home why you guys need some help from our Rotorua viewers.
Kia ora whānau. We need your help desperately. We're trying to get back into the New Zealand's Got Talent through the Fast Track, which is hosted by Tip Top New Zealand. And what happens there is any acts from New Zealand can post up a video audition, goes up onto their site. New Zealand has a look at it through a website, and from there they just vote for whoever they think is the best, whoever they think deserves to go through to the show. There's one spot in the semi-finals for whoever the judges select. So out of about 70 acts, I think, in the Tip Top audition, at the moment we're currently coming 14th. So we need to get down to the top five. Top five go up to Auckland, and then they have their boogie in front of the judges, and they're singing and whatever act whatever they do.
So this is like a bit of a wild card.
It's it's a wild card.
So what's the idea behind the makeup on the face and the eye contacts?
So I'll start off with the faces. Like what you see here on this guy over here, ignore the beard, but just this colour right here. What we try and do is we try and create characters when we perform. So we try and look different. The reason why we do this is because we want to send a message to all those people around New Zealand and the world that are different and that feel different as well. We do this and we perform like this to say that it's okay to be different. So we create characters, but we try and do it with a little bit of style as well. Yeah,
it's a good style. Now, if you get enough votes to get back onto New Zealand's Got Talent, what happens from there?
If we get enough votes, then me and the cuzzy over here go and buy us some new pairs of shoes, some new clothes, some new backpacks, and then we all jump in the car and then we drive up to Auckland, and then we go and go against 4 other acts from the Tip Top, and we try and all have a not a fight, but
a bit of a battle.
Bit of one of those sort of battles. No.
Briefly push-ups on the one finger.
Yeah, the finger ones like that. So we go up to Auckland, and so we all compete for the one spot. If we do get through, then we do have a performance prepared for the semi-finals if we do make it through.
Cool.
And also, we're really hoping we do, because we have a huge message behind a few of the dances that we want to share with New Zealand and the world and everyone out there.
Now, if someone is at home and they're on their phones right now and they do want to text, just remind them one more time the number they need to send the text through to.
All right. So the number you guys all need to text out there is vote space NZ in capitals 1215, and you send that to
5337.
5337.
5337.
5337.
5337.
5337.
Yeah, so you've heard them, say it quite a long time. Oh, quite a lot. you heard them say it a lot.
So I guess the number's 5337.
Right. 5337. Yeah.
Right. Well, kia ora team. Well, I hope you all the best. Wish you all the best, and we hope that you guys do get back on New Zealand's Got Talent, because Rotorua is full of talent, and it's just a good way to express exactly what you're saying before. Express yourself in the way you dance.
Yeah. Yep.
Cheers, guys.
Yep. Cool.
Cheers. Thank you.
Kia ora.
Thank you.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
And remember to vote for Breakthrough. Text VOTE in capitals, VOTE 1215 and send it to 5337. And if your organisation or community group has a news event that TV Rotorua can support, you can call us here at the channel and talk to one of our team on 07 3488 984 or email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching and having us at your place. Have a safe weekend. Komaria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News was brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.